All right, we're up and running. Hi, Internet. How we doing? So, I decided to commit. We're going to do this. We're going to start with the den liner or the deno chemi. It's just the den liner. Because that's a simple one. I might... on stream. Just so people have an idea of what we're trying to model up and stuff. This is kind of what we're working on. This is just my screen cap from the app. I didn't know anybody ripped the art already. I have this up for myself, kind of over top SolidWorks as I work. Kind of like an idea. Let's put that in the corner. So we're gonna try to make these Soto scaled-ish. Like, we don't know the size of any of these chemis, but what I'm gonna try to go for is kind of upper one sized, essentially, for a lot of these, because, like, especially for like the Deno one, the Saber one, the Ryuki one, those are just their contract monster, the dragon thing that's in the book, and the train. Like, we already have those in existence. Like, I don't see a reason to summon like a gotchard version of those. It just kind of feels like needless. It's just like, hey, it's like, yeah, I can make this as size of den liner size in terms of scale, but like, what's the point? I'm just making the den liner at that point. I'd rather these be kind of like Hopper 1 size, kind of like Scout, kind of like Gadget Buddy kind of size that we've had in like Preshows. But honestly, we're just kind of like gonna make up the size as we go. I just got a block here because I wanted to like mess with the background stuff, and I wanted to make sure everything was good wise. I had everything properly to mention this. I think because I have my Geats entry body on my desk at the moment to get an idea of like what kind of size I'm looking for. I think I want to go, because we're going to start with like the passenger cars. They'll be the easier of the two. We'll probably go like a 35 millimeters. I also realized that since I did a blue background, if anything is in blue, that's going to be a problem. Let's change that real quick. That should work better. So that's kind of like how long it should be, wide. They're definitely thin. We need to keep it like rectangular. What are we at the currently? At a 16? We'll round that to like 20. I might get it like a little too square. We might go 15. Yeah, that's looking a little better. It's derived, that's fine. All right, exit the sketch. edit this extrude now. It's 27. That's it. I have a pair of calipers on my desk, so you can't see me messing with my calipers to kind of like get an idea of what we're doing size-wise, unfortunately. We might go 25 and see how much, because we're just gonna do like the main cap part for this part here. Is that too tall? Feels a little too tall. Probably bring that down a little bit. Be about a 20. Was it just gonna go through the... You know what? I'm fine with that. I added the Skullgirls second encore soundtrack. I can play through the whole soundtrack. That's fine. I'll shuffle it once we're done with that. That feels a bit more what we're looking for. So this is the main cab itself, like the main part of the passenger area. So now we need that kind of like, not sure how to describe it. Kind of like the top, like roofing part of it. This is the fun part where we're gonna have to just guess some angles and stuff. So I want to kind of get the general shape first. Is that? Yeah, that's just straight down. Do about that. Over. Up. Over. Here. That's way off-centered. This is this over here. Can't see OBS and stuff. Yes, no. Yeah, this needs to be center. Where's my center? Okay. We'll build it kind of oddly, but this will help. Let's come up about here. Let's see. Ah! Nope, I don't need help. Don't need help, SolidWorks. Give it about 3 at the moment. We'll just do 3 each side. Kind of build from there. And then it's like just straight up. Thankfully for SolidWorks, I can just do this. It's already there. It's over by a certain amount. Again. And we have this kind of rectangular, this angled part down there. And then just to complete the shape so it will extrude properly and just need to connect it. Okay, Definitely a lot shorter than that, so we need to bring it down. Let me just delete this singular line. Yes, delete the singular line. That's fine. Let me get a solid line through here. Makes it a little easier to fuck with stuff. It's like 2.5. What about 2? How does that look? A little better, probably. Let's do 1.5. This is definitely a lot shorter. 1. That's a lot thinner. Four. I was afraid of that. Okay. It's not going to stay centered. Okay. I'll have to do a... I'm happy with the height. I'm just not happy with the size of this. This needs to be shorter. So let's go... Let's just cut it in half. It's looking a little better. Actually, let me... About the same. Those are about the same. Kind of like eyeballing it right now. For all the... look at it. Those are all the same size. So they all need to be about the same size. So right now it's a 333. And that looks a little too steep. Maybe we raise it up. But then it's all fairly short. Maybe we have the right height. We just don't have the right... the right lengths on all these. Maybe more of a 4-4-4 split. Ooh. This is looking better. Liking this better. That's looking more in line. Okay. This line. I'm kind of liking that better. The way. I said other way. Yeah, I think we'll shrink its extrusion down a little bit. For like ratio purposes. Oh dear. Okay, that should lock that in now. We can go and mess with this. It shouldn't. I can get in the menu. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I'm liking that better now. I should round any of these edges off. No, I think we're good. Alright, I'm gonna try. I suppose a couple of rectangles on here. Alright, they're fairly close to each other. Thank you. Just want this kind of measure with. So they should be about same distance from center. That looks like center. That looks right. What's one look like? And they look. Might be center. Center of the. I'll check my calipers. It might be a little higher than center. Right now I'm just trying to look at the white part. Maybe a little higher than center. That's looking, yeah, that looks better. Yeah, I like that better. Hmm. Thinking at the moment. That looks good. He's fairly locked in. He seemed fairly locked in. What are these? 15, 5, 5, 6, 6. Yeah. That'll do. I kind of want to get... Other side, thank you. Oh, oh. That'll do. Perfect. Hang on. Why is it not? Why is it not? Am I being dumb and doing it wrong? Hang on. I feel like I'm doing it wrong. What am I doing wrong? It is not working. I've screwed up the sketch somewhere. Would not surprise me. What in the world is going on? This sketch is being very rude. I might redo this. There we go. That's cooperating. Okay, it doesn't like cutting in for some reason. But it's fine. Out. Weird. Oh, okay. It's because I was using the wrong tool. That would help. It'd help if I use the correct tool. Okay. I never knew how to use the mirror tool in any CAD program ever. Okay. This. I'm about to just build it on the other side. I'm just gonna build it on the other side. Okay. All right. That part's done. I know it took me 40 minutes to get here. Okay. Split. Insert. Curve. Curve. Okay. Split line. Okay, I need the sketch first. I can get my tools correct. Ah, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. We have learned a new tool, folks. Okay. Question is, how do I do these wheels? Because I don't think I'm going to make actual rolling wheels. That's more complicated than it desires. This desires. All right, I'm gonna take a small break, go to the bathroom and stuff, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. You know, that'd probably be better for this. little bit more like what I'm after. Okay, what do we do with this? Thank you for reminding me that I should save. That's how it works. I appreciate that. What do I even call this chemi? Because none of these chemis have names, but I've named them all in my documents. I think I did like Momo liner. Thin liner Momo. Okay, so it's on an 8-wheel setup, and they're a little bit in. Need underneath. They're they're about in line with the window. Okay. Want to see something? Just need some real quick. No. So this is where we have to jot some notes down. Did I find something? Right, let's Armadillo. There we go. All right. Windows. Center. 5. This. Was what? A 1? Make this. Two. I think that's all I need. Because we'll probably... Yeah, I think we'll center up the wheels with the windows. That makes sense. Okay. Question is, how do I do this? Oh, not in there. There we go. Fine. Yes. 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 Actually, it'd probably be better to make them 7s. Okay, so that needs to be over more. Yeah, because I think we want the wheel to be... a bit more center. There we go. Oh, yeah. Let's get rid of these lines and then... Hello.
Hello.
Got to do thing.
I may or may not have had to do a quick hot fix on the client.
Oh, what happened?
It wasn't working for the Odyssey one, but that
Oh.
also told me exactly why the Victory one was not proccing. Apparently, it's getting to the end of the list, and it's dropping the Victory one because it doesn't have a category assigned to it. So I have to make a special exception for that. Which that's fine. That seems to be a recurring thing, and that also explains why I had to change how far it was looking for locations. So that completely told me everything that was going on there. It was weird, however, that it was doing it off of the items and not the locations. And then I've also got another odd problem that it's not giving me the count for how many's left in the categories. Which that one I'm just going to have to dig into. It might be something with how I've got the brackets for the moon count. That might be something that's throwing it off. And if so, then I've got to figure out how I can go about that one. But
I will have to figure this out later because I need these wheels kind of inset to some degree, and I think I might cheat and have them go all the way through, for simplicity's sake, so I don't have to come over to the other side and make another set of wheels. Of course, I could just had the idea.
never mind. I can't do that then. Okay. Too much back end work to set up, so oh well.
I could just Yeah, that's a good idea. Extrude them all the way through, then come in and cut them. That would work. I think. I'd hope that worked. Yeah, that'll work. In fact, I could just... Yeah, I like that better.
I'm going to duplicate that to the other side.
I'll have to redraw it because it's...
Well, I mean,
me.
yeah, but it'd essentially be doing that.
Mm-hmm. So that's the cab done, or the passenger car done. That's the simpler of the two of them, unfortunately.
Yeah, you get to the front, I get the funny feeling that's going to be... Oof.
Well, the thing is, like, 90% of this... No. Screen this. So people can see it. I can't point because it's a little hard to. Like, 90% of this wouldn't be too much of a problem because, like, this front, like, if you remove the face part, which looks like the face part is just its own bit on the front at kind of like this line you see right here. Kind of like curve line.
Yeah, it don't look like it'd be too bad if you got rid of the facial features.
Yeah, we can just take that facial feature, put it off to the side. This is like 90% of what we've already done. It's like basic shape and stuff. It's the same as this. The only difference is this might be wider.
It don't look like it should be.
Yeah. But then you have...
It looks like the only real difference is... But the only real difference between this and what you already have is it might be not as long kind of deal and more rounded on the front.
Yeah.
Whereas you've got more of a squared off shape right now.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I wouldn't think that would be too difficult.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because this is there. Like, I'd have to put in this
Honestly,
extra detailing, this stupid spoiler thing.
I was going to say that spoiler and the facial features would be the hardest part of that one.
Honestly, the spoiler wouldn't be too bad. It'd just be trying to figure out, okay, it's like where to put stuff and like how to make it. So I assume it's, even if it looks like it's offset because you don't see like the detailing right here on the right, you see it on the left, I assume it's centered. So I just have to get it
Yeah.
centered.
Looks like it should be centered.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, you could build it centered and then angle the entire model the same way the card is, and that would give you a good idea if that's right or not.
Uh-huh. I'm trying to think. What would be kind of best angle? Like one of these cars. I like that. Looks about right for like the third car back.
I was going to say, yeah, kind of have face on screen.
It's about the angle for the third one.
Yeah.
These tires these wheels are probably a little smaller. They're probably like 6s, maybe 6 or 5. Yeah, they're probably a little smaller. I can't really tell the thickness on them because no shot in here gives me an idea of how thick these things are. So I'm just kind of have to make that up as I
you
go.
would want it to give it a pretty decent base too, so I think the thickness you've got for the wheels is probably good.
Yeah.
Because you're probably going to have to modify some of it to make it an actual model, because I doubt they were intending this to ever be a model to begin with.
Yeah. Especially a physical one instead of just some CG model they could just float about as they damn well please.
So that's definitely one of those that it's like, yeah, there's going to have to be some modifications here.
Mm-hmm. That is progress. Like an hour and a half worth of progress. Surprisingly enough. I'm surprised I got this far in an hour and a half. I was expecting there to be something stupid that I get stonewalled on.
I mean, you've gotten pretty good at it, apparently.
It's almost like it's supposed to be my job or something to do stuff like this.
Yeah, right? To be fair, that's the same way I was feeling with the manual web client. I'm like,
Oh, and I will show this, and this will show how dumb I can name things because, like I said, none of these Kimmies have official names, unlike, all the other Kimmies in the franchise. So I might have named them all for documentation purposes. Some of these names are probably better than others, but I'm just like, what's the first name that comes to mind? This one. We're going to go with this one. I tried to make some of them match up to like their equipment names or like something related to the character, like something that it will work. As just, here's the name of it. Since I'm deciding to work on these, I need a name to distinguish them in terms of files, to be like, this is the build Chemi. It's like, okay, what if there is more than one build Chemi?
Fair.
Because we have two Fives Chemis technically, because we have the regular Fives Chemi, and then we have the next Fives Chemi. So I'm like, fuck it, they all just get names at this point, because I'm just not naming the files whatever writer named Chemi. They all get names so they can all be different and special in their own little ways. Line up and running.
And I did test it should still work with yours.
Hooray.
I tested that after I updated it, and I'm like, okay, good. It didn't break that one. It's still in a weird state for Odyssey, but like I said, I think that's something to do with back-end kind of deal, so
Yeah,
it's
I'm starting rank
functioning.
7 again. Hooray.
I swear it's randomized.
It is. When I was just checking the logic and stuff of it, it gave me different ranks to start with, so.
No, that's why I'm like, I swear it's randomized, and it's totally not the same one from the last time. I saw that too, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Fun fact. Starting with more moons in Odyssey can force the logic to hide the stuff for the other games very deep. I rolled a seed with the 40 moons. Or no, with the 30 moons and starting with NDC power. I think your next closest thing was locked in sand, like second part of sand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, there is no way I'm going that far with it if I've got all those moons. I'm gonna skip that. So I took the moons out. I'm starting with NDC power, but I still have to get the 75 moons to be able to beat it. I figure that might be a happy medium. Also, I have no clue how this one rolled. I rolled a test one after that, and it seemed like it worked better, so I just rolled another one then. So there's no telling what's going on with this one. Waiting on side stream before I say I'm good, kind of deal. Okay. Should be good now.
All right, I'll take the stream now. We'll be right back with Archipelago here in a second, folks.